Welcome to this video on Azure Storage Accounts. Azure Storage Accounts provides a unique, globally accessible namespace for secure, scalable data storage. Choosing the right account type is crucial, as it determines available services and redundancy options, including options such as locally redundant storage, LRS, Geo-Redundant Storage, GRS, and others, ensuring data durability and protection against failures and outages. The goal of this video is to narrate the Microsoft Learn content, demystify these concepts, add additional information when needed, making concepts easier to comprehend. You can follow along on the Microsoft Learn page. A triangle with the MS in the center shows the page number of the Microsoft Learn unit. This video covers the learning module Describe Azure Storage. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description to follow along. In this module, we will cover Introduction to Azure Storage, types of storage and redundancy, Azure Storage Account endpoint, storage safety, replication, and durability. A storage account provides a unique namespace for your Azure storage data, accessible from anywhere worldwide over HTTP or HTTPS. Data in this account is secure, highly available, durable, and massively scalable. When you create your storage account, you'll start by picking the storage account type. This type of account determines the storage services and redundancy options and impacts the use cases. On the screen is a list of redundancy options that will be covered in this module. Locally redundant storage, LRS, replicates your data 3 times within a storage scale unit in a data center. It provides high durability and availability. Plus, it's cost-effective for protecting your data from local hardware failures. Geo-Redundant Storage, GRS, replicates your data to a secondary region that is hundreds of miles away from the primary location of the source data. This ensures strong data resiliency and protection against regional outages. Additionally, GRS copies your data synchronously 3 times within a single physical location in the primary region using LRS. Read Access Geo-Redundant Storage, RA-GRS, offers read access to your data in the secondary region, in addition to the replication and redundancy provided by GRS. Zone-Redundant Storage, ZRS, replicates your data across 2 to 3 zones in the same region. This offering protects against zonal failures without requiring you to configure and manage additional data replication. With GRS, the data is available to be read-only if the customer or Microsoft initiates a failover from the primary region to the secondary region. Geo-Zone-Redundant Storage, GZRS, extends ZRS to provide data residency in 2 regions within the same geopolitical boundary, protecting against data center level outages. Read Access Geo-Zone-Redundant Storage, RA-GZRS, provides read access to your data in the secondary geopolitical boundary and the replication and redundancy provided by GZRS. This slide discusses the Azure Storage Account options types and the various redundancy choices available for data resiliency. Standard General Purpose v2 in Azure is used for running production workloads, application development, and scenarios requiring a balance of performance and cost efficiency. Supported services are the Blob storage, including data lake storage, queue storage, table storage, and Azure files. The redundancy options, well, there's a whole bunch of redundancy options for Standard General Purpose v2. LRS, GRS, RA-GRS, ZRS, GZRS, RA-GZRS. Usage. This is the standard storage account type for blobs, file shares, queues, and tables. It's recommended for most scenarios using Azure Storage. It is the go-to choice for most storage needs, except when you require support for the Azure Network File System in Azure Files, where it's beneficial to use a premium file shares account type. Premium block blob storage is crafted for high-performance workloads that require rapid data retrieval and minimal storage latency. It is suitable for interactive applications, IoT streaming analytics, artificial intelligence, machine learning workflows, intelligence and machine learning, as well as scenarios involving many transactions, especially write-heavy ones. Premium block storage operates on a solid-state drive, SSD, enabling faster file transfers and throughput than traditional hard drives. It offers lower transaction costs for write-heavy workloads than standard general-purpose V2 accounts. And the supported services are Blob storage, including the data lake storage, and the redundancy options are LRS and ZRS. In the usage, the ideal use for premium storage account type is for block blobs and append blobs. It is ideal for scenarios with high transaction rates, utilizing smaller objects or requiring consistent low storage latency. Premium file shares in Azure provide high-performance, fully managed file storage for input-output intensive workloads, such as databases, analytics, and high-performing computing. The supported services for the premium file share is Azure Files. The redundancy options are limited to LRS and ZRS. Using file shares or high-performance scale applications, consider leveraging the premium file shares account type. It also supports server message block, SMB, and NFS, network file shares, making it a versatile choice for storage accounts. And finally, we come to premium page logs. Premium page logs in Azure are used for high-performance, low-latency storage for virtual machine disks, database files, and other input-output intensive workloads. Supported services, it's only page blobs. Well, you're limited to LRS and ZRS. In the usage, the premium storage account type is exclusively for page blobs. Understanding these different storage account types and the redundancy options will empower you to make informed decisions and choose the most suitable storage solutions for your specific requirements. One of the benefits of using Azure Storage Account is having a unique namespace in Azure for your data. To do this, every storage account in Azure must have a unique in Azure account name. The combination of the account name and the Azure Storage Service endpoint forms the endpoints for your storage account. When naming your Azure Storage Account, keep these rules in mind. Storage account names must be between 3 and 24 characters long and may contain only numbers and lowercase letters only. Your storage account name must be unique within Azure. No two storage accounts can have the same name, which supports having a unique and accessible namespace in Azure. On the screen, the table shows you the endpoint format for Azure Storage Services. Azure Storage permanently stores multiple copies of your data to protect it from planned and unplanned events, such as transient hardware failures, network or power outages, and natural disasters. Redundancy ensures that your storage account meets its availability and durability targets, even in the face of failures. When deciding which redundancy option is best for your scenario, consider the trade-offs between lower costs and higher availability. The factors that help determine which redundancy option you should choose includes: how is your data replicated in the primary region? Is your data replicated to a second region geographically distanced from the primary region to protect it against regional disasters? And does your application require read access to the replicated data in the secondary region if the primary region becomes unavailable? Read access uses more storage and network bandwidth. Data located in the Azure Storage Account is consistently replicated 3 times in the primary region. Azure Storage offers 2 options for replicating data in the primary region: locally redundant storage, LRS, and zone-redundant storage, ZRS. Durability refers to the ability of a storage system to retain data consistently and reliably over time, despite potential hardware failures, software errors, or other disruptions. A durable system ensures that once data is successfully written or saved, it remains intact and accessible without corruption or loss. Implementing controls such as redundancy, error checking mechanisms, and robust data integrity measures employed within the storage infrastructure helps ensure durability. Durability also encompasses the concept of data persistence, where stored information remains available and consistent, even in the face of expected events, such as power outages or system crashes. Overall, durability is a critical aspect of data storage, particularly in the cloud environments, ensuring stored data's long-term reliability and integrity. Azure Storage Accounts offer secure, scalable data storage with various redundancy options, ensuring data durability and protection against failures, tailored to specific use cases. And I'd like to thank you for watching.